Yes guys, welcome back to a brand new video, and today on Silks Detailing we are reviewing the Blow Air car dryer. Now I purchased this for one specific reason which I'll show you later. Now today, interestingly enough, I have two cars which I'm going to clean. One car is for a friend, she's putting the car up for sale. That has no protection, so really we want to see how efficiently this would dry a car without protection. And then my car, which does have protection, so we'll see which car it performs better on. Now a little bit about this machine. This is the got my notes here. This is the Blow Air RS. This is the smaller one of the two. The bigger brother is the Blow Air GT. Why did I choose to go for this one? Mainly just because I like the colour, to be fair, and I haven't seen anybody else use it. The alternatives are the Carbon Collective, Flex, the Big Boy, and then you got the Mini Blaster air blowers. But everyone commonly uses them, so I want it to be a bit different, so I went for this one. It does feature a 5-metre power cable and a 5-metre flexible hose, which does come with two nozzles. It also has variable speed on the top, and it has temperature control. You can either go hot or cold. So what is the purpose of one of these? So throughout the wash process we use many different features to try and create the most safest wash. So we have high lubricated shampoos, we use shampoo, we do all the pre-washes, we even use a blanket of snow foam as an extra layer of protection when we're doing the contact wash. When it comes to the contact wash, we have two buckets, we have grit guards. But what about when it comes to drying the car? A lot of places use them like polyurethane or the plastic veins, which drags off most of the water, damages the car. Chamois can scratch the car, that's an old-fashioned way to do it. And then we have the more advanced ways with like the extra thick plush drying towels. Even those can damage the car with the weight of the fibres, the weight of the towel, and if you don't pre-damp it beforehand, the the fibres can be quite rough and could cause damage to your car. Come here then. Fussy little bugger, this one. So today, can we dry a car like this out in the elements? Can you dry a car purely using this, and is this the safest method to do it? What I'm going to do is wash both cars. I'll wash one, I'll then show you this being used on that car, I'll then wash the other car, and then again show you this being used, and then we'll come together at the end and review overall, is this worth the purchase? Now I paid £150 for this from my car cleaning, and again, one specific purpose, and I'll show you that in more detail. Let's go. Okay, car's now washed, so we've done a citrus pre-wash, we've done a tar and glue, we have done a fallout remover, we've had a blanket of snow foam, and we've had contact wash. Now we're going to dry, so we're going to use the Blow to see how we get on. Hopefully this picks up what happens, and then once we finish this car, then go on to mine, which does have the protection, and we'll see how this performs in clearing the water off this car, which has no protection, to my car, which does. So we're going to whack it up and see what happens. Okay, it's not really moving, so water is still sitting on the car. I'll bring you in for a closer look. On the windows, which does have some protection, you can see the water just sliding straight off, so we already have a pretty good idea how this is going to act on my paint. But I'll bring you in and I'll show you what I mean. Okay, now I don't know whether it's because I've got the actual blower on warm, but it's actually caused some streaking on here. So what I'm going to do is just get a towel and go over the panels and then see how we do. We'll do the wheels and some other areas and see how it performs any better. Okay, with that car clean, we're now going to move on to mine and compare how the water behaves with the blow dryer compared to unprotected paint and protected. Now, in the defence of the blow air dryer, the streaking wasn't caused by the actual air itself. The streaking was actually on the paint. And when I dried a few of the panels off, you could see that something had been spilled or there was some residue from a previous clean left on the paint, so I just had to polish all of that out. But we'll now move on to my car. Let's start with the rinse down. Okay, so while the snow foam is dwelling on the car, it gives me the prime time to show you the main purpose why I bought the blow air dryer. Now, you see this puddle of snow foam in here? Now, when I went to car shows the last couple of years, what really annoyed me is when people clean their cars and it's all looking real shiny, done paint correction, the inside of their wheels they hadn't cleaned, and this water in here dries and it collects all the mud, so the inside of the wheels is all dirty. Now when you've got open spoke wheels like I've got, you can see right through to the barrels. Now you can put a towel in there, you can run a towel round and round that rim, but the water still collects right down here. So my main purpose for buying that blower was, once I've finished drying the car and I've dried the majority of the wheels, I blast inside around this rim, just push all the air out the back of the wheel, then towel dry it, just to keep the back and the inside of my barrels clean, just because it just annoys me being dirty. So that's the main reason I bought it. Just thought I'd share that with you. Okay, this car's all washed and clean. Let's try the blow with the protected paintwork, see how we get on. Okay, so what's the thoughts then? I like the concept. I like the idea of a non-contact drying aid. But what's the practicality for someone like myself who doesn't have a controlled environment to bring a car into? On non-protected paintwork, I don't think it's going to be that practical, especially outside in the air. If you had the sun on the car, you wouldn't get around the car in time. The sun would dry the water on the paint, you'd have water marks, you'd probably have to start, part of the process of cleaning the car all over again. In hindsight, do I need this machine? Realistically, probably not. Just because I want to clean inside of the barrels of the wheels and make sure they stay dry. This smaller version of I think it's called a Sidekick. It's a little handheld device, that probably much more appropriate for my sort of situation. I'll continue to use it in different formats though, and different varieties of cars and different areas. I do think in terms of the drains on cars, like underneath the wing mirrors, the back of my rear window, the bottom of the cars, the door sills, wheels, grills, I think it would certainly help in preventing any streaks from where the water runs off different sections of the car once you finish drying it with a towel. I just think for my sort of situation, this would take too long and I'll just get fed up. But I think if you've got a controlled environment to work in, you can bring the car inside, you can take the time, the car isn't going to dry through the wind or the sun. I think these are a very good idea in terms of the extra added protection in preventing swirls or scratches to your paintwork. Nothing against the machine itself. I would definitely recommend getting one of these if you're in the market for one of these and you want to do something a bit different compared to what everyone else does. It looks smart, it does the job. I just don't think for someone in my situation outside it is the most practical of tools to use in terms of efficiency, but I really do like the concept. Once again guys, thanks for watching, and please do like, comment and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.